What's going on? sunnydwes here. I want to make sure I'm live. Just checking Facebook. And look at that. I'm right there. I'm right here. We're watching myself. But anyhow, we're not here to watch myself. That would be boring. I want to talk to you guys something about that I am starting up here. I'm actually at my office, at the Fresh Fire office. I'm at my little workstation. It's a little chaotic right now. I'm still trying to catch up from Brazil. But starting May 15th, you guys may have heard me talk about it or heard Todd talk about it. We're starting something called AIM, Advanced Ministry Equipping. This little shindig right here, Advanced Ministry Equipping, the understanding the business of understanding the mechanics or business of ministry. Starting May 15th, and then I was sitting here talking to my friend Eddie about it. He's going to be helping me with some stuff, and he was like, we should go live about this. We should share this with people, because there's some knowledge I think that people would really benefit from in this course. It's all part of our School of Supernatural Ministry that we have here at Fresh Fire. But this is a new program that we're launching, specifically dedicated to people, one, that may be working and don't have the ability to necessarily attend a full 90-day or 30-day school, but yet you've already done some ministry training or equipping, and you want to figure out how to launch your product, your brand, whatever it is that you feel like God's called you to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be ministry, but more than likely kind of what you're doing is going to probably take on some form of ministering to people, right? It's the business of people. And so just want to share kind of like the schedule or curriculum, I guess, if you would. So week 1, it's called Drinking the Kool-Aid and Born for Such a Time as This, or Your Message is Your Purpose. When you think about it, you are someone's Kairos moment. You are God's divine intervention in the earth for somebody else. For what you carry, for who you are, is that the message that they need. You're God's living epistle. In John chapter 1, I want to say like verse 12 and 13, it says, you're not born by the will of flesh, by the will of blood, or by the will of man, but you're born by the will of God. Meaning that there was something so important about you in the earth that God said, I need to put you here now. And you're part of this larger equation to be involved in God's plan and purposes and destiny for people around you. You never know whose life you're going to be affecting. Did the evangelist who led Billy Graham to the Lord, did he know what would happen from his tent meeting so many years ago? No. And so you never know. And that's why it's important for you to live out your message. But it comes down to this. If you won't drink your Kool-Aid, then who will? But we'll get back to that more probably later on today. Week 2 is going to be discovering your vision and making it simple. I think I had it... Keep it simple, saint. KISS, the whole KISS mythology. But basically, Habakkuk says, write down the vision, make it plain, make it simple. And it's always, does it come back to that? Does that, whatever you're doing, does it come back to your vision, your purpose, your why? Then we move on to week 3. What is in a name? Or who do people say I am? Jesus asked Peter, who do people say I am? And he said, some say you're the Christ, some say this, some say this. And then he looked at Peter and he said, well, who do you say I am? And, the question is who do people say you are? What is it that you do that reflects you? And the name that you choose for your ministry or your business should carry that across. And so that's where people, when they affiliate that name with what you do and building that relationship. Then we move into week 4, where it's the good, the bad, and the branding. It's learning how to brand yourself. One of the things I've been very fortunate to do is early on in the social media development world, I was able to find a social media name that fit me, and I've been able to carry it across every platform, from YouTube to Facebook to Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, you name it. I've been able to have it, even Tumblr. When I tried to integrate Tumblr, I just didn't like it. I wasn't 12 years old. So, but sunnydwes, as many people know, Facebook.com/sunnydwes, YouTube.com/Mr. sunnydwes, Twitter /sunnydwes, so on and so forth. And so branding yourself is creating, most people think it's your logo, but part of it is, establishing that emotional connectivity between the product and your customer. And many are go, well, the product is Jesus. And that's true, but the way that you convey it is actually the product. Jesus is the outcome. And so you have a specific way in which you relate Jesus to people, but that needs to be reflected in the branding process for you. Then we have week 5. I like to call it Steve Jobs. The reason why I call it Steve Jobs is because it's all about creating your logo. And so some of my titles are very unique or eclectic or creative, to kind of make the mind going. So when you look at the Apple logo, it's actually really intense. I was showing Eddie earlier as far as what they do or what they did to build their logo. And this is something you can see on Google. I don't know if you need to zoom in at all, but you can see like they have everything symmetrical and everything lined up as far as how the bite is, the shape of the leaf, the curvature of the back end of the apple. Everything's fitted into this diagram that they have here, and all that work went into building that logo. And so it's kind of understanding the mental process or the thought process that goes behind creating a logo. Week 6, we go into what's called making a big splash. The society around you is like a giant pond. And the idea is to let everybody know you're there, right? That's why we're doing what we're doing. It's to let everybody know we're there. I get it. We're here to glorify God. We're here to bring glory to His name. But sometimes we're the sign that makes people wonder. And so when people see us, we reflect back to Him. Jesus prayed a prayer that I think we often forget in the church. It's, Father, glorify me so that you may be glorified. Let me make a big splash so everybody knows I'm here, so that I can tell them that you're the one who sent me. And so with that is, it's understanding the different things that we can do to make a big splash in society, with understanding social media and its potential. Social media not being limited to just Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. There's so many other platforms that you can basically socializing with people and using media to do it. It's not limited to just Facebook, believe it or not. Piggy banks and coinfish. This is handling finances and learning how to do that for projects as well. And we're going to be bringing in our business manager for that to kind of, help walk through that. Now, also, it's my hope to have Todd in on some of these classes, but it's availability for his schedule as well. But if you saw, Todd fully entrusts me because I help do this here at the home base. So, piggy banks and coinfish is about how to handling finances and finances for projects. Week 8 is keeping the lights on. The faith that's a necessity in order to build. And that's going to be a huge one for people, is because there's so much faith that's needed to build. Sometimes you don't look at what you have, you have to look at what could be coming in. And so anyways, that's going to be a week that we'll have Todd in. Week 9, I am a prophet. And that's Profit. What I mean by that is this, do you need to be a nonprofit? Do you need to be a not-for-profit? Sole proprietor? Maybe you need an LLC. How to go about doing that. And throughout each week, I'm going to have you be doing this. And you're going to be coming back with, well, this is what I got. This is what I've been working on. This is what I've been building. And so we're going to keep on doing that. Week 10, dream but don't sleep. It's learning to dream with God and taking action. Because even imperfect action is better than no action at all. You know, one of the hindrances, even for me sometimes, is I want everything to be perfect and everything to be lined up before I take any action at all whatsoever. In all reality, any action's better than no action. Week 11, casting the big net. Stepping out and building your own website. Or if not building your own website, how do you get one built? See, not only will I be helping people like figure out what they need and what they don't need, but also linking you to resources to get things done. You know, where can you go to get a website built? You know, how much should it cost? What do you need on that website? You know, we in one of our previous ministry schools, right before we launched Secret Place Church, Pastor Darren and I sat in front of the class during the ending part of the school where we kind of discussed stuff like this, and we laid out the entire website and sitemap because we thought it would be a great illustration for people to figure out how to do that. And then week 12, we're calling In the Beginning, and it's fresh fire in the beginning days, understanding how it started from, you know, a youth group to moving into a small ministry in British Columbia, Canada, to becoming this worldwide international ministry and what it is today. And so I think sometimes hearing the story of how things come about benefits people because it, you know, like, well, I've been struggling to get this going or that going, and it's like, well, yeah, you know, of course, you know, it's in the beginning. And I think many people actually give up before the breakthrough comes. And, you know, so I hope people don't grow weary with that. But let me see if there's who's watching and if there's any questions. I have some notifications here. So Donna, awesome. I'm getting some responses here on messages. Great. What is a sitemap? That's a great question. A sitemap is essentially the layout of a website. So, like, let's take my website, for example. It's probably a mess right now because I need to update it. Waiting for it to load. Internet. All right. So, yeah, see, I'm still talking about Brazil. But Brazil wants me back this year, so it makes sense. So, if you look through here, I have my home, about, where you can meet me, endorsements, Secret Place Church, Fresh Fire, my itinerary, life coaching. Most people don't know I do life coaching. Blog, you know, different things. So a sitemap goes in what page goes under what page, or what page goes under what section, so on and so forth. And how to lay this out, and, you know, does this structure make sense? You know, people, so what's the flow of your website? You know, why is you know, home, about, itinerary, X, Y, and Z? What is the first thing that somebody should see when they go into your website? Well, they want to make sure they're in the right place, so I used a picture of me. That's why you see me right there, and my previous bearded glory state. Casey, hi. Sherry, sounds good. Sherry, you're awesome. Let's see here. I don't know why I'm getting an ad for Woodford. But anyhow, I can't see all your comments because we're live right now, but I'll respond to them once I can. But so this is what we're doing. But if you're interested, go to you can go register right now. startmydestiny.com. You just www.startmydestiny.com. You can register. You can be a part of this upcoming class. It starts May 15th. Maybe you're wanting to put a book out and you're trying to figure out how to do that. Can you fundraise before that? We're going to cover all sorts of that stuff. There's going to be Q&A. One of the things that a lot of the local community always comes and asks me questions on about how to do different stuff. This is the opportunity for you to come and be a part of something where you can learn en masse and learn, because there's so much that we could teach you and offer. I mean, when you look at the Fresh Fire team, we have nearly 75 years or over 75 years of combined experience from multi-million-dollar ministries. Fresh Fire isn't the only ministry I've worked for that has large budgets or worked with large budgets before, and helping in different streams as well, not just your Pentecostal stream, but maybe your more conservative stream and how to do different stuff. But I really want people to be a part of this. I think it's going to be something that's going to be good. I'm going to come back on later today. That's my hope, is to come back on later today and work with people. Or actually, I want to do a teaching on about drinking Kool-Aid and how to make your Kool-Aid. Actually, that's what I should call the school, how to make Kool-Aid. Anyways, just a creative idea I had there. But I want to help people build their ministry and help you come up with your name, all the different stuff that's needed. So I need you to go to startmydestiny.com. It'll take you to the landing page on Fresh Fire's website for the school. Sign up for the program. We're going to start May 15th. It's available online and it's available in person. It's Monday nights, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And it's going to be awesome. And so hopefully we'll see you guys later.